Good morning, guys. Welcome to my replay viewers. Thank you guys so much for jumping in, checking out my broadcast. Sorry I missed you live, but so glad you guys took some time to check it out. What is up to my live crew this morning? Great to see you all this morning. So glad to have you here. I appreciate you guys coming in to hang out with me on this Thursday morning. Good morning to you, Sherry. Thanks for coming in, girl. Cat Gartung. Great morning to you, Adam. Great morning to you, Alexis. Great morning to you on YouTube. I see you, Kim. Good morning to you as well, Brian. I see you. Good morning. Appreciate y'all. Y'all are amazing. And excited to be with you this Thursday morning. We're going to continue our series. We're actually going to wrap up our series that I've been talking about this week called I'm Possible. I've been giving you guys tips. I've been giving you guys things to think about all week long about how to maximize and leverage what you're doing in the social marketplace. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about what's in your way. And I'm going to hook you guys up with 9 things today that you must absolutely let go of if you want to get to your next level this year. 9 things you must let go of if you want to reach your next level in 2020. These are the things that I believe are plaguing like a virus going around this world. This virus. We're not going to talk about the virus today, but I do have this virus on my mind. But these are things that are a virus in your business. And I'm going to share with you 9 things that I think you must absolutely be cognizant of, aware of, and be working towards eliminating in your life and your business, because they will absolutely suffocate and stop your business in its tracks if they continue to exist there. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about today. All you guys that know me, you know who I am, you know how I roll. I would love to have you hit that share button and invite your crew into the broadcast. Get anybody in here that you think may want to hang out with us and take part in this conversation this morning, all right? And then if anybody's brand new, if you've never seen me before, if you have no idea who I am, first of all, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. If you would love to give me a hashtag first time in the chat stream, whether you're live or whether you're on the replay, I would love to know that you're here. I would love to say hello, and my crew would love to make you feel welcome. So let me know if it is the first time you've ever seen me. And then lastly, guys, I love my replay viewers. I appreciate every one of y'all that's taking time to watch this on the replay. I want you guys to know that are on the replay that you can comment and interact with this broadcast. I'd love for you to give me a hashtag replay. I do see those comments and I do respond to those as well, so I'd love to know that you were here. All right, on that note, guys, we are going to roll because I do not waste my time and I choose not to waste yours, so let's jam. All right, y'all, that is who I am. That is what I do. Justin Kaplan Pro is my name. JustinKaplanPro.com is my website. I'm a startup business mentor and a branding strategist that specializes in helping startup entrepreneurs turn your passion, your gifting into a profitable and sustainable brand that rises up in this challenging digital marketplace to draw in the 21st century consumers that want and need what you have to offer. Guys, I broadcast live every single weekday morning from Tuesday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, hooking you guys up with business building tips, hacks, and principles. Anything I can give you to help you grow your business, expand your ministry, bring your vision to life, and grow that brand of yours online in this digital marketplace. All right. Great morning to you, Rosetta. Love you, friend. Appreciate you being here. Glenda, great morning to you. Victoria, what's going on, girl? Thanks for coming in as well. I see you, Brian. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in on Periscope. So let's talk about 9 things that you must let go of if you want to reach your next level in 2020. You know, if I had been thinking about this a little bit deeper when I wrote that title, I could actually wrote this title as 9 viruses that are plaguing your business right now. Since everybody's all on virus mode, we can talk about some viruses in your business, because these are absolutely viruses in your business. And the thing about these things too is that they do spread and they do get worse if you don't address them. So we're gonna address these this morning. I'm gonna bring up 9 things that are in your way, that are stopping you. Yesterday and Tuesday, I've been giving you tips on actions you can take, processes you can implement, ways that you can get yourself out there and better position yourself to attract the clients that need you. Today, I want to talk to you about what's stopping you, what's in your way, and what will continue to stop you if you don't address it. I'm going to give you my quote for the day today. My quote of the day today is by Les Brown. It's one of my favorites by Les Brown. I share this every once in a while. But Les Brown says, in order to do something you've never done, you have to become someone you've never been. You have to sacrifice who you've been in the past to give birth to who you need to become. All of us have great potential within us, but greatness is a choice. It's not our destiny. You have to choose to be great. And in the pursuit of greatness, we are introduced to trials, failures, and disappointments, which refine us into the person we need to be. That's what creates your gateway to your next level. It's a long quote, but it's a good one, isn't it? I'm gonna read it again because I really want you to get this. In order to do something you've never done, you have to become someone you've never been. You have to sacrifice who you've been in the past to give birth to who you need to become in your future. All of us have great potential within us, but greatness is a choice. It's not your destiny. You have to choose to be great. And in the pursuit of greatness, we are introduced to trials, failures, and disappointments. I'm going to say that again. In the pursuit of greatness, you will be introduced to trials, failures, and disappointments. Those things refine us into the person that we need to be. And that's what creates your gateway to your next level. That's by Les Brown. We got some trials going on in this world today, don't we? I want to have a whole broadcast about this, and I'm trying. This is. If we're gonna do a whole broadcast about this virus going around in the world. I'm trying to decide whether it's a broadcast that I have an intimate discussion with my inner circle, or whether it's a broadcast that I do live to everyone who wants to join in, because it's such a thing. There's so much. The only thing I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you a scripture today, 2 Timothy 1:7, that God says, I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Somebody put sound mind in the chat stream. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Fear makes people crazy. Y'all see this? Fear is a pandemic. We have a fear pandemic in this world right now. We have a fear problem, and fear makes people stupid. Fear makes people crazy. Fear prevents people from being able to think clearly and intelligently. We have a fear problem. So I'm going to challenge you with, as you go about your businesses and as you go about your commitments and your things that you have on your plate, to be sure that every decision that you are making it with a sound mind and not on the basis of fear. Don't make any decision on the basis of fear. I don't want to get off track today because I do have content I want to give you. That was not a part of it. That's just my public service announcement for today. Okay. All right. So let's get into our 9 tips. All right. So this is what I want you to do. If you're watching my broadcast right now, I want you to shake it off. Okay. Can we shake this off? I want you to shake it off. I want you to shake off the worry. I want you to shake off the fear. I want you to shake off the what ifs. I want you to shake off the distractions, because y'all have been glued to the news and watching all the things that are going on to Facebook. And listen, you're like, Justin, I don't watch the news. Yeah, you scroll more on Facebook than most people watch news. If you're sitting there scrolling on Facebook, looking at all the posts, all the articles, all the things, you're watching the news. All right, so I want you to shake it off this morning, because I got a message for you about you and your business, and I want you to get this, and I don't want you to receive this through a clouded lens of fear that you've got going on in your world. Good morning, Keith Jowers. Thanks for coming in, buddy. All right, so shake it off. Okay, I'm gonna give you some straight talk this morning about your business. Let's get to it, shall we? Get ready to take some notes, get focused, because God has an assignment for you in this season. God has a mission for you in this season. God has a client for you in this season. He has someone's life that he wants you to impact. He wants you a message that he wants you to get out. He's got a project he wants you to complete, an idea he wants you to manifest. You got stuff that he wants you to accomplish. All right, so I want to get you set on the road to accomplish that today. Number 1, I'm giving you 9 things that you must let go of if you want to reach your next level in 2020. Number 1 is you need to let go of your excessive need to plan. Let go of your excessive need to plan. Planning is a form of procrastination. Now, planning is a necessity. I'm all very much about strategic planning, and I think planning is essential to growth. Planning is essential to progress. Planning is essential to accomplishment. You have to be able to plan your way through the steps that you have to take. However, if you do not watch out in the way you approach planning, planning can become a distraction. Planning can become a crutch. Planning can be a form of procrastination where some of you get stuck so much in the process of planning that you never take a step forward because you don't feel like you're adequately ready. You don't feel like you have all the things mapped out. You don't feel like you have all the questions answered. So I'm going to challenge those of y'all. Some of you guys, as I go through these, some of these may strike you, some of those may not. I don't believe anybody watching this broadcast is going to have all 9 of these things. What I do want you to identify is, what are your things? What are the things that, yep, that one's for me. That's a confirmation. I need to deal with that. So number 1 is let go of your excessive need to plan. If you are someone who over plans something to death and you never get yourself to the point where, like, I'm done planning, now it's time to make my move. If that's you, you need to recognize that about yourself, and you need to work on overcoming that, because that is a crutch, that is a virus in your business. Number two is you need to let go of your need to be liked. You need to let go of your need to be liked. This is a difficult one, because I think everybody, it feels good to be confirmed by people, right? It feels good for people to like you, to encourage you, to receive positive affirmation. What I'm going to challenge you with is, are you going beyond just desiring to be impactful, and are you growing that into a desperate seeking of approval? Seeking approval in the wrong places is a virus. Because if you seek the approval of others, you will do things that fall outside of your character to seek that approval. And then when you don't get the approval, it destroys you. Because you're basing your identity on what other people think about you. I just want to, would you, like, this is where you need to ground yourself in what God says about you. You need to ground yourself in the purpose and the plan that He has for you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. He is an assignment on your life. He has a gift that He has given you, and He hasn't given you that gift to go out and be popular. He's given you that gift to go out and be impactful. So some of you have this feeling and have this need to be liked. You have this need for approval. And I'm just going to, spoiler alert, not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to think it's your God's gift to this planet. Not everybody's going to think your content's great. Not everybody's going to like your program. Not everybody's going to agree with your pricing. Not everybody is going to like your approach. Not everybody's going to like your colors. I got some people that really hate red. That's okay. Because you know what? God didn't give you the desire to love red. He gave it to me, so I love red. All right, you know what? That's not my problem. That's yours. If you don't like red, go find someone who doesn't do red. Right? So not everybody is going to like you, and that's okay, because everyone is not your audience. I said everyone is not your audience. You have a very specific audience of people that are exactly your people. I have my people. The whole bunch of y'all are in this room right now. I love my people. Sherry, Maggie, Rosetta, Keith, Kat, you guys are my people. I love y'all. You're my people. You know, and I've gone through seasons of outgrowing people. I've gone through seasons where there's certain people that connect to me, and then they just tend to fade away because they're just not for me. That can't bother you. And I've gone through a season where that really, really did bother me, because for a long period of time early on, when I really got into the live stream realm, you know how those guys that are my people, you know that when I go all in on relationships, right? I love fully. I connect fully. I love fully. I'm emotional about my people. I love my people. So as I was building relationships with people, the connections that I was making, I was going all in on those relationships, and I was like, I was fully vested in these people. And then I found that it was very much a one-way relationship. And then certain people started doing things that just was a surprise to me. I'm like, I just didn't expect that. I thought that they loved me more than that. I thought they were more connected to me than that, and it really, really wrecked me. And my wife is the one that had to square me up with that. Good morning, Camille. Thanks for coming in, buddy. I appreciate you. My wife had to square me up on that. We had to have a deep conversation about it. She's like, Justin, you're dealing with people that have a poverty mentality, and they're blinded by that. And you'll never be able to bring those people along until they shed that from their own minds. And I'm like, wow. But I went through a season. I went through that season where I had a need to be liked. And it almost, listen, y'all, I tell you, the majority of these things that I tell you this from personal experience. I went through a season of having a desperate need to be liked, and it almost killed my business because I almost quit. I said I almost quit. That was fall of 2016. How many of y'all met me after the fall of 2016? If I had allowed that stupid virus, that was a virus in my business. If I had allowed that virus to continue to exist and manifest in my life, I would have quit. And I wouldn't know most of you, if not any of you. I want you to get this, y'all. It's so important to recognize these things. That's why I'm talking about them. Because they'll destroy you. These aren't just obstacles in your path. They are viruses in your business, all right? You've got to recognize these things. That's why I'm bringing them up. That's why I'm giving them to you right between the eyes. That's why this is a straight talk conversation, because these are not things that you can dabble with. These are not things that you can dabble with, all right? That was number 2. Let go of your need to be liked. Number 3 is let go of looking for the magic pill. Some of y'all, Alexis, good morning, girl. Thanks for coming out Periscope. I appreciate you. Some of y'all have gotten yourself caught up in looking for quick fixes. You know the people. Quick people that are looking for the quick rise, people that are looking for the quick income, the quick thing. I'm looking for, show me the easiest way, the quickest way. And they're looking for a magic pill. The magic pill is they're thinking that there's some magic formula of why all these other people have been able to be successful, but not me. Why they've gone faster, but not me. Listen. I greeted Alexis on Periscope and woke up Sherry's Alexa. Alexa's listening. I hope she's learning something. Thank you, Alexis, and appreciate your share, girl. So when I say looking for the let go of looking for the magic pill, this is what I want you to recognize. The magic pill is the process. Does that make sense? The process is your formula. I've had so many conversations with people about, Justin, what's the trick? What's the secret? What's the whatever label you want to put that thing on? People are looking for some magic formula that's going to allow them to skip from point A to point E instead of B and get me to a place where I can scale and grow faster. The magic pill is the process, because every single one of us have to go through a process. Every one of us have to experience certain things. And if you got people that you see in your niche and in your market that are growing faster than you, that's their process. That's the journey that God's got them on. For some reason, that's what he's taking them through. If there's something that you're going through, you've got to realize that is a necessity to become who you need to be. I have been through some stuff. My goodness, I've been through some stuff in my life and in my business. But when I look back now, I can look back through all the difficulty that I've faced and all the struggles that I've had, and I can be like, that taught me something. I had to learn that. There are seasons that I've gone through of straight famine. My goodness, y'all. There are seasons I've been through such tremendous difficulty. But having gone through those and remained consistent through those and pressed through and survived those things and figured out how to thrive through them, it gives me empathy for the people that I work with, that I see that their season that they're in. I'm like, I know you can do this. And I can press them and I can guide them and I can direct them and I can give them wisdom and insight to know what to do in this exact season to get through it, because I have been there and I have made it. You will be fine. It's equipped me So when I say let go of looking for the magic pill, I want you to realize that there's no secret that's going to take you past the journey that God has got to take you through. That is your magic pill. Your journey is your secret. You have to embrace that journey and learn from it as you go through it, okay? Samuel, good morning, man. Samuel said success is years of backstage work no one ever sees, then you show up on fire one day, right? Nobody has a clue what you've been through. Nobody has a clue what you've been through. And the people that you see, all you see is their highlight reel. You don't see what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know what they're really dealing with, right? Let's keep going because I want to get through all of these this morning, all right? Number 4, we're talking about 9 things that you must let go of if you want to experience your next level in this year, in 2020. Number 4 is you need to let go of dabbling. Let go of dabbling. Y'all know what the definition of dabbling is? The definition of dabbling is to take part in an activity in a casual or superficial way. So I want you to ask yourself for a second, what are you being casual or superficial about? What are you giving just kind of your attention to? Maybe it's your entire business. Maybe you're just dabbling with the idea of starting a business. Maybe you're dabbling with your client base where one day you show up and you engage them and you engage them well, but then tomorrow or today, maybe you watched President Trump's announcement last night about the coronavirus. Maybe you heard that the NBA has recently suspended all games. Maybe you've heard that the March Madness NCAA tournaments are going to be played with no people in the stands. Maybe a conference was canceled. Maybe your trade show was canceled. Maybe, Lord knows what has affected you. And so you have decided to withdraw and pull back and just stop engaging. If that's the case, you're dabbling with your business. You've got an audience of people that are waiting for you. You got a message you have to get out. I think in this season, more than ever, people are looking for strength and they're looking for resolve. Do y'all agree with that? They're looking for people that will stand the test of time. This is not the first virus that's showed up in this world. It's not the first disruption that you will experience in your marketplace. If every time someone yells panic and you panic and shut down, you're dabbling with your business. People are looking for consistency. They're looking for strength. They're looking for resolve. They're looking for determination to press on and press through despite the adversity that you face. You have got to stop dabbling. You've got to stop dabbling with your idea and get out and execute it. You got to stop dabbling with your morning routine. You've got to execute it day in, day out without fail. You got to stop dabbling with your daily ritual process. You got to start dabbling with your follow-up. You got to stop dabbling with your email. One day you manage it well and you get your email inbox cleaned up, and then you don't touch it for a week and it's blown up again. You got to stop dabbling with your investments. You got to stop dabbling with your finances. You got to stop dabbling with that relationship. Just threw that one out there. What are you dabbling with? The definition of dabbling is to take part in an activity in a casual or superficial way. What are you being casual or superficial about? Woo. Slugging this morning, y'all, all right? Let's keep going, shall we? Number 5 is you need to let go of perfectionism. Good morning, Jessica. Christine, thanks for coming in, guys. You let go of perfectionism. How many of y'all struggle with that? The need to be perfect. I have found perfectionism goes in hand with the need to be liked. Perfectionism is a trick. Perfectionism is something you have to be very careful with, because I'm very much committed to being excellent. But there's a difference between excellence and perfection. Excellence to me is giving my very best and doing the very best with what I have to work with. Doesn't mean that I'm perfect. Just means that I'm choosing to be the very best with what I have to work with. That's excellence. That's fully committed, fully prepared, fully confident, well planned, well versed, giving it the time and energy it needs and deserves. That's the spirit of excellence. But you got to be careful that if you are trying to be so perfect that it's suffocating you and stalling you from doing what you need to be doing. Yes, perfectionism and approval from others go hand in hand, absolutely. And usually if you're a perfectionist, if you're trying to make it perfect, I've dealt with a lot of people with perfectionism. I can't think of one example of a person that struggled with perfectionism because they wanted to be perfect for the Lord. It's never the case. It's always how they're going to be viewed. I've never dealt with anybody that's like, I want to just be so perfect for the Lord because I want the Lord to be so proud of me. Because when you really understand the heart of the Father, you'll know that that's not what he requires of you. I didn't mean to preach this morning, but some of y'all needed that. If you're struggling with being perfect, if you're stalling because you want it to be perfect, your worry and concern to be perfect is because you want to make sure the perspective that other people have of you is the one that you want to create. And it's a matter of seeking approval. That's crazy. That was a God word right there. Let go of perfectionism. Number 6. Shall we keep going? Is this good for you this morning, y'all? This is therapeutic, talking about all this. Take a drink of my water. Number 6. Number 6 is let go of your excuses. 9 things that you must let go of if you want to reach your next level in 2020. You need to let go of your excuses. I'm going to challenge every one of us to recognize this morning in what areas you're good at making excuses. Some of us are better than others. There may be some people in here be like, nope, I'm straight up, Justin. I've been through that excuses phase and I'm done with it. And that may not be an issue for you. There's other people where you are genius at making excuses. You have an excuse for everything. You can talk yourself out of everything. Amanda, thank you. Amanda said it hurts so good. Your excuses. I want you to think about it. Can you just be honest with yourself? You don't have to put it in the chat stream, but I want you to be super honest with yourself for a second. And I want you to try to think about the last excuse that you made. Can you do that? Try to think about the last excuse that you made. Ask yourself why you made that excuse. That's powerful right there. You identify the excuse that you made, and then ask yourself why you made it. You probably made it because you wanted to get out of something. Or it's probably one of two things. You probably made the excuse because you wanted to get out of something, or because you had procrastinated on something and you weren't prepared. There may be some other variables in there, but I think those two are probably primary. And then ask yourself, how often do you find yourself in that position making excuses? Because if you made an excuse because you wanted to get out of something, for example, then I want you to think about how often do you make excuses to get out of things? Or vice versa. Maybe you made an excuse to someone because you procrastinated on something and you weren't fully prepared. Then ask yourself that question. How often do you make excuses for yourself because you procrastinated on something and because you weren't fully prepared? How often is that happening? Because this is what I know. You can ask yourself, I think some of y'all know that you're good at making excuses. Like you got an excuse for everything. I think that's a skill. And just like anything else, you develop a skill by practicing it. This is a quote for you for Justin Cap'n Pro for today. If you've been practicing excuses, listen, I'll say it this way. If you are good at making excuses, which hopefully by just asking those couple quick questions, you've identified if you're good at making excuses. If you're good at making excuses, you've been practicing excuses. And if you've been practicing excuses, you are known for excuses. Shall I say that one more time? If you are good at making excuses, you've been practicing excuses. And if you've been practicing excuses, you are known for excuses. How many of y'all want to have a reputation of being the person that has an excuse for everything. Not me. Not me at all. Recognize if that one's you. All right? And something has to change. Going back to our quote of the day from Les Brown, in order to do something you've never done, you have to become someone you've never been. You have to sacrifice who you've been in the past to give birth to who you need and want to be in your future. If you are currently someone who makes excuses all the time, you've got to shift something. You got to recognize that. And the beginning to growing personally, professionally, spiritually, financially in your life, doesn't matter what avenue, what angle you want to take in your life. The first step is self-awareness. You have got to be honest with yourself. You got to identify where you are now before you can establish where you will go from there. You can't move forward from an undefined place. You have to define your starting point. This is where I am now, and then I need to grow forward from that, all right? You've got to establish where you are now. You got to be honest with yourself right now. That's why I'm giving these to you straight this morning, all right? Number 7, got 3 left for you. Number 7 is you need to let go of limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are those doubts and insecurities that you have in your mind. Those are those things that, limiting beliefs are the lies of the enemy. They're lies. I mean, those things that you believe about yourself, those things that you say to yourself in the mirror, those things that roll through your head, you'll never be good enough. You'll never make it. No one will ever pay that much for you. Nobody will ever pay attention to you. No one will ever believe in this business. No one will ever blah, 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 blah. Those are lies. Do you believe, can you just be honest with yourself for a second and ask yourself the things that you really believe, the things that you are telling yourself, those limiting beliefs that you have about yourself? Can you be real honest with yourself and say, do you believe that that's the Lord speaking that into you and telling you that? I don't think so. If it's not from the Lord, there's only one other person it's from. It's from Satan. He is trying to shut you up and shut you down and to swallow you with insecurity and fear and doubt and unbelief. Rejection. He's trying to manifest the pain that you've gone through in your life and turn that into your right now, and that's your past. That is not your future. All that determines is your starting point. You've been through that. All right? You've gone through it. What do I learn from it? Where do I go from here? Limiting beliefs swallow people. And this is the thing. It's a virus, y'all. Limiting beliefs are a virus. And this is something I want you to recognize. That there is no level of training. There's no level of guidance. There's no level of support. There's no level of finances. There's no level of connections. There's no level of knowledge. There's no level of any of it that will take you beyond your belief system. It doesn't matter how many new friends you make, how many new connections you have, how much content you create, how much more income you acquire, how many resources you have, how many coaches you have, how many programs you purchase. None of that will take you beyond your belief system. If you do not believe it is possible for you, it will not happen for you. If you continue to allow the lies of the enemy to manifest in your mind and guide your decision making, it will not happen for you. You have to shed that. You have to identify it, call it out, name it, and eliminate it. You got to do some brain work. Absolutely got to do some brain work. Let go of limiting beliefs. Number 8 is let go of your fear. Let go of your fear. There is so much fear-based decision-making going on in this world today. I will not tolerate fear in my household. Call that thing out like the ugly, two-headed monster it is. It's awful. I call it out my kids. I call it out my wife. My wife calls it out in me. She's like, Justin, that's fear. And we are not going to make a decision based on fear. And I'll say the same thing to her. That is a fear-based decision. And we are not going to make that decision based on fear. Same with my kids. I've called it out my family, my parents. That is a fear-based decision. Not a chance. Get your mind right. 2 Timothy 1:7, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. God has equipped me to be a powerful man of God. God has equipped me to be a powerful business coach. God has given me powerful creativity, powerful determination, powerful resolve to press through any adversity that I face in my business. He's made me a powerful husband. He's made me a powerful father. I choose to claim that promise of his word that he has given me power. He's also given me love. That's why I love fiercely. I love my clients. I love my people. I love my connections. I love my business. I love the fact that despite that the world is in chaos right now, I can still press my phone, I can still go live, and I can still encourage a group of people that are willing to get up and do their daily morning routine this morning despite all the chaos in this world. I can still impact people's lives today. I can still make connections. I can still run my business. I can still do what I need to do because he's given me that ability of power and of love and of a sound mind. I will not be rattled by the things that Satan is trying to throw at me today. Can you say the same about your business? Can you say the same about your own life? Can you say the same about your family? Or are you disrupted? Doesn't mean that this thing is all this stuff, the virus and all the things, doesn't mean that that's not going to have an impact. It has an impact, but it doesn't have to impact your core. It impacts your circumstances, but it doesn't have to impact your core on who you are, what you do, and what you choose to be. God has given you the gift of power and of love and of a sound mind. Fear-based decision making is crystal clear. You can see it. You can recognize it when you are making decisions based on fear. It will absolutely take you the wrong direction. Okay? Let go of your fear. Number 9. Last one I'm going to give you is let go of waiting for the right time. Let go of waiting for the right time. I changed this one last night. I had a different one in here, and I changed this one late last night because there are, I just want to, I feel like this is a confirmation for some of you, if not many of you. There are things that you know you need to be doing. There are steps that you know you need to take. There are people that you know you need to connect with. There are products you need to create. There are resources that you need to get written out. There are ideas and promptings that the Lord has given you that he needs you to act on. And you are allowing yourself to hold back, thinking that maybe I need to wait on this. Maybe I need to hold off. No, I don't think so. And the reason why I say that is because I've had this in my own spirit where I've thought those thoughts. Maybe I need to hold off on that. Maybe I need to wait on that. And the Lord's like, no. If I wanted you to hold off on it, I wouldn't have given you the idea already. Because there's nothing that's going on in this world that is a surprise to the Lord. Nothing. He knew what was coming. He knew exactly how this is all going to play out. So that was what the Lord told me as I was seeking the Lord in prayer about something that I was really, really going all in on. And I'm like, maybe I need to hold off on this. And maybe I need to wait a little bit because of what's going on in the economy, because of what's going on in the world, because of where people's minds are at. They're distracted. There's a lot of things going on right now. And the Lord impressed upon me, that is a fear-based decision. If I wanted you to wait, I wouldn't have given you the idea already. I wouldn't have already started the momentum. I wouldn't have already had you doing the work. I wouldn't already have got the ball rolling. God doesn't change his mind. He knows exactly what he's doing when he's doing it. He has set you up. So if he has already given you the desire, if he has already given you the decision, if he's already given you the idea, the prompting, the pressing, the action to move forward on something, I'm going to challenge you this morning to see if this feeling that you have that you need to wait, is that his decision or is that yours? Is that a fear-based decision? Because the Lord works one step at a time. Listen, y'all, I believe there's tremendous power in activation. I think there's tremendous power and completing an assignment that the Lord has given you. And God doesn't give you the whole assignment. Thank the Lord. He doesn't require completion for us to get his guidance. He requires action. He requires steps. The Lord says, Justin, I want you to do this. I'm going to teach you the first step. All right, Lord, I'm going to take that first step. What do I do next? I'll meet you there. And when you take that step, I'll show you what your next is. You got it. I'm going to take that step. And you take it. And then when you take that step, you complete that assignment. He'll show up and he'll give you your next one. You have to be continually moving forward. You've got to be new. You've got to be moving forward, y'all. All right? Let go of waiting for the right time. Because honestly, the right time never comes. Y'all agree with that? The right time never comes. You'll get past this, and then there'll be something else. And you'll be like, well, I waited on that. I might as well wait on this. And then 2, 3, 4 years later, you're like, man, I remember when I first started that idea. And I stopped because, not you. Not today, Satan. Not today. All right? Let me put my summary of points up on the screen for you. There you go. That's your quote for the day. I know it's a long one. That's a good one by Les Brown, as well as your 9 things. Again, I don't believe that all of these 9 things may apply to you, but I do believe there's a good chunk of these 9 things that apply to you. My mission and my challenge for you today is to identify what those things are and do something about it. What are you going to do about it? The only thing that you can do is seek the Lord in prayer. Ask the Lord to reveal the things that he needs you to see. Ask the Lord for forgiveness if that's necessary. And then ask him to show you, give you the guidance, give you the wisdom to know what step to take from here so that you can get past this and move forward in what he has called and planned for you to do. All right? That's what I got for today, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are amazing. I know 42 minutes of your time is so valuable. Hopefully that was good for you. I know that was thick, but it was necessary. I think our world needs a shaking and needs a rattling and needs a waking up to the truth. All right? So that's what I got for you today. Y'all are amazing, and I appreciate you. If you need me, it is my pleasure. In case you haven't heard yet, I'm doing free strategy calls all week this week just to help the people that really need help. For those of you guys that are not my clients and have never had a call with me before, if you're looking for some help, some wisdom, some guidance in your business, I'm hooking up some people with some free strategy calls this week. It's been awesome, making a lot of new connections and getting people a lot of help, and it's my pleasure to do so. All right, guys, have a beautiful day. If you need my help, you can reach out to me. All my contact info is right down here. JustinCapronPro.com is my website. JustinCapronPro@gmail.com is my email. You can message me through Facebook, man. Justin, I'd love to have a call with you. Can we get that on the books? Whether you're live, whether you're on the replay, doesn't matter. It'd be my pleasure to serve you, and I'd love to spend some time with you. All right, have a spectacular day, guys. Be intentional with your time today. Be intentional with your talent. Get after those goals that you have, and I will see you all around the web. All right, take care. God bless. I'll see you guys later.